Alright, you guys, let's make one more video on the kiss test. And I'm sick today. I've been sick for a couple days. I feel a lot better today, but I'm cold. Anyway, I feel better enough to actually make a video and maybe unpack my suitcase today. Anyway, what I got out of reading the comments and thinking about it more is that a kiss means different things to different women. And for me, I'll just share, for me, there's certain things I will only do with a man that I could imagine I would want to be laying under him, if you know what I mean. So in my mind, I'm like, do I want to lay under this man? And I use that before I want to kiss him. I also use that for dancing, believe it or not. I know that I've gone to like country dance places and these women are dancing with all these guys, and some of the guys are very ugly, and I don't get how they can do that because I don't like to dance with ugly guys. I only want to dance with guys that are hot, like I want to touch you. So see, that makes me different, but some women love to dance. They don't care what the guy looks like. They love to dance. And there's this dance studio. They do like teach all kinds of dancing, salsa and swing and two-step. And I was going there for a few times, but the guys there are ugly. So I stopped going. But there's some really cute guys at the gym, so I'm going to the gym. I go where the hot guys are, And for me, I don't want them to touch me unless I think they're attractive. But some women will dance with any guy because they love to dance, and some women will kiss any guy pretty much because they love to kiss. A kiss doesn't mean anything to them. This is what I think. They just love to kiss. And also I think for some people, like someone in the comments said, there's a shorter distance from a kiss to full-on sexual activity, and I feel that way too. Like I said, if I dance with a guy, it's pretty much, I could imagine myself laying underneath him, naked. Okay, I have to be able to imagine that. That's a huge test. Hardly any guys will pass this test. Same with a kiss. And I think women are all different. For some women, a kiss could be just a kiss. They're attracted to you, and it's just a kiss, and that's where they're willing to stop. For me, I have to be able to see us going all the way, even if we don't. So that's really a lot what I got out of it. Let's see, what else was I going to say about that? Now, Corey Wayne on his test, the kiss test, I'm going to disagree with the guy who said he was really good because he did sound very angry in that video. He used the word bitches, I believe, several times. I was really shocked at his outburst. So to me, he sounded very angry. And it was a turnoff to me as a woman. And it sounded to me like he was angry about some women he'd taken out who didn't kiss him or something. He just sounded angry. And I get the idea of tests, but that you want to know if the woman is attracted to you. And we don't need to know if you're attracted to us because we're beauty objects. I know I'm not a beauty object right now. Don't say anything in the comments. I know I'm not a beauty object right now, but if a guy is asking me out on a date, it's because he thinks I'm a beauty object. And men generally are not beauty objects, so they have to bring something to the table, something other than their looks. Now, there's a really hot guy on YouTube, Nick Walker Fitness. I'm very sure he's gay. He's just, oh my God. I'm like, this guy would have to bring nothing to the table. He's a beauty object. Nick Walker. He must be late 20s, early 30s, just like at his prime very much. But I know he has discipline, and he looks like a happy guy. And he also does some things like gym things, and he's out on the farm chopping wood and stuff. I'm pretty sure he's gay. Next life, I want to come back as a gay man because all the hottest guys are gay. They're beauty objects. But if a man is not a beauty object, if you don't look like Nick Walker, you have to bring something to the table. And that takes a little bit more time for me to determine what you're bringing to the table. Because for me, it's a straight line from kissing to laying underneath you. I have to at least imagine myself wanting to lay underneath you. So in my mind, I'm like, do I want to lay underneath this guy? And then if I can imagine that, I'll dance with you, I'll kiss you. Doesn't mean I'm going to lay under you, but I have to feel that way. And but I'm very easy with the hugs. I've hugged so many homeless people. Like I can hug anyone. I'm a good hugger. So again, some people might be like, ooh, how could you hug a homeless person? Or, ooh, a kiss is just a kiss. So we're all different. That's what I want to say about the kiss test. We're all different. What does a kiss mean to this woman? How do you know she's attracted to you? It's very individualized. So I don't agree that there's like one test. For sure, if I were a guy, I would look for a woman who likes my physical proximity. Now, if a woman is so skittish that if I'm standing next to her and she moves away because she's very skittish, she has trauma, she was sexually abused, I wouldn't want to deal with a woman like that. I'll tell you why. Because there's that trauma is going to be very toxic to the relationship. Unless you really like her and want to work it out. A lot of women were sexually abused. You can go on YouTube and watch the videos. There's one I watch, Cults to Consciousness. She and her husband do a really good job on the videos. They interview former people that were in different churches and the sexual abuse they endured in a lot of them. And yesterday I was watching about a woman who was, her dad used to get in bed with her from the time that she was a little girl until she was 13. He stopped because I guess it went so far as to full penetration, where he thought that he could get her pregnant. He was a bishop in the Mormon church, her dad. So these women that were, and she says to this day, she doesn't like when a man comes up behind her, like, because she could feel her dad's erect penis against her back. So when you have trauma like that, it's going to interfere in the relationship. So, there are going to be women who have trauma that don't want any guy touching them. Okay, so I don't know if you want to deal with that necessarily. I personally would not, but maybe you do. But if I were a guy, I would look for, does she smile at me? Does she let me stand close to her? If I touch her arm, does she like it? Is she flirting with me? When I text her, does she get right back to me? Does she want to see me again? And then I would look for definitely something more by the second date. I would definitely initiate, else I would get friend zoned, and I would look. I don't know, because I'm not an expert at dating straight women. I have gone out with lesbians before many times, but I would definitely want to see if she's interested, because we know the guy is interested. So I guess people want to know if is this person interested as well. And yeah, because a man has no way of knowing if the woman is interested. I guess the only way you guys have of knowing is if she gives you physical affection. But that leads me to another point. Like, is that the only way you know a woman is interested in you or attracted to you, is when she's kissing you? Because when you're married, you're not going around kissing each other all the time, even though you're attracted. So I definitely would look more for those other signals, like she's asking you questions, she leans into you. Like, if I want to date with a woman and she's sitting back like this, not interested. But if she's leaning forward and asking me questions, I would think interested. And I don't think I would need a kiss on the first date. I wouldn't need that. Now, one thing on that Corey Wayne, like I said, he's very angry, and that's very rigid and controlling, this kiss test. In my opinion, you can disagree, of course. It's the same way that I used to be controlling around sex. For many years, I thought, I need to have sex with a guy on the first date to see if he's even worth dating. Because I've had so much bad sex. My ex-husband was so bad in bed. I need to have sex on the first date to make sure this guy is worth dating. That's what I thought. And at the same time, I knew I was being very rigid and controlling. and that it seemed like that rigidity was not healthy, and that I just had to trust. And what I eventually realized is that you do not have to have sex with someone to find out if they're good in bed. What you want to look for, in my opinion, is someone who is emotionally attuned. Being good in bed requires someone who's emotionally attuned, who's comfortable with their own emotions and comfortable with yours. It requires empathy. Good sex requires empathy, that you are there with another person who has feelings and wants and desires, and that you care about their experience. Empathy, and someone who's comfortable with their sexuality. Those are the two things that are required. So I think people can determine that before actually trying it out. That's what I think. So those are some remaining thoughts on the kiss test. I think that wraps up the kiss test. I would love to go on a date with someone that I even want to kiss, but like I said, at my age, it's probably too late for anything like that. But I just talk about these topics as a way of reliving my youth. It's 70 degrees in here, but I'm cold because I'm sick. I don't mind being sick because when I'm sick, it forces me to go on almost like a fasting cleanse, and forces me to just really slow down, I get sick once in the winter and once in the spring. The timing was not good because I got sick on the morning that I had my flight back to San Diego, and it was an 11-hour long day. Then on the way back, I still had to go grocery shopping. So it was an 11-hour day. I was so sick, I could barely walk at the airport. I could barely walk. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to make it home? I hope I don't throw up. So fortunately, I got home and then spent all of Saturday in bed. So the timing, unfortunately, I can just take it easy all day today. But next week, I have a really busy week. So I need my energy, and then I'm going to be taking a couple more trips. So I want to have really rest and make sure I'm in my good health for these trips coming up. So that's it. That's all I have for now, and thank you for watching my video.